Okay, so the Bulldogs 5-0, as Nathan told us. The only time you use zip is in a context like this because Carlton lacked anything that resembled zip last night against Port Adelaide. What went wrong? And I guess Carlton supporters watching this morning would just be tearing their hair out as a result.
They would be, TJ. They were in the game early. Like, they were strong around the ball. They were winning stoppages, but their entries inside 50 were so poor last night. It was the difference between the game. I want to highlight a couple of these in the first half. So that's Kennedy, had the play on 50-metre shot. You've got to be more composed than that. Have a shot. They kicked it to Port Adelaide spare so often. Eddie Betts has kicked 630-odd goals in his career. Shot from 35 metres out and he handballs it off to Kennedy. Poor decision. Cottrell, once again, the lack of polish, the lack of class, and the way Port Adelaide picked them off here again with Nunes. I mean, that is a kick under no pressure going inside 50 for an AFL footballer. Not good enough. McGovern misses that one. You'd expect him to be a little bit rusty coming in, but I just thought this from Murphy. You got the out number here. Work it out. It's 3-on-1, Port Adelaide there, and this is the best that Mark Murphy can come up with, and Port Adelaide just picked them off time and time again. It was soul-destroying for the Blues forwards last night. Took all the confidence out of the game.
Kane, they've had losses to Richmond, Collingwood and now Port Adelaide. Their two wins have been against Fremantle and the Gold Coast, who aren't going to figure in finals, I would have thought, Lotto. It's the same old Carlton. It's the same old David Teague post-match.
The positive was we broke even in some of them and even more scoring shots and inside 50. So there's bits you want to grab onto, but at the end of the day, I think we learned a lesson in terms of how clean they were with the ball. Their ball use just hurt us. I think at the end of the day, we had 75 chains and kicked 4 goals 11, and I think they had 72 and kicked 10 goals 1, which is the game in itself.
Sorry, the little drive-by there as you threw to the grab. What do you mean, same old David Teague?
Well, we're getting the same results that we always get from a club that continues to tell us it's on the right track. We get the same post-match assessment of positivity, which I don't see. I mean, the only stat that really matters is the final score.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Carlton, it's regularly lopsided against them. And to this point of this season, this was meant to be the year.
Are you saying it's not hard enough?
I'm just sick of the talk.
I know what it was,
It's
though.
all talk.
This was their first real test and we wanted to know how they were going to go all week. They sat their first big exam and a big F.
It's their third exam, though.
Failed. No, this is the big one. This was the biggest one, wasn't it?
Well, they've lost to
Who else?
Richmond round 1.
Collingwood.
No, but this one, they'd had a couple of good wins.
Yeah.
So we always talk about Carlton
Fremantle
not being able to kick the football. We always talk about the mistakes. Every time I think someone does analysis up there, it's all about Carlton butchering the football, not making the right decisions. So have they drafted the wrong people, or aren't they getting enough time during the week to work on their skills? There could be a both answer there, but what do you think, Kane?
Well, you think they have drafted the wrong ones because Paddy Dow, high draft pick, misses again. O'Brien's another one. Petreski-Seaton is showing me nothing. Stocker played well yesterday in the twos, but they haven't been confident enough. What it is with Carlton, they are so good when it's on their terms, it's free-flowing. When they want to dig in, when they want to have to get their knees dirty, they don't want to do it. They can look amazing when it's free-flowing, handball chains, but when you've got to defend the ground against a good side, they were physically nowhere last night, and there's issues all over the ground. So David Teague can bring out all the numbers he wants. A lot of those were lopsided late in the game. They are just miles off where they need to be and where they should be in their development. It was a confronting performance last night to see that against a Port Adelaide side that was injured, and they are playing at home. We think they're coming, beat up on kids from Fremantle, go to Gold Coast, beat up on some kids. And as Bill said, you get a good test and you are nowhere.
But what did you expect from David Teague? What do you want him to do? I mean, you can't just sit there and say what you've... I mean, there's got to be some positivity.
Give me some anger. Give me some passion.
He might have done that behind the scenes. Well, we don't know.
I hope so, but if I'm a Carlton fan, I don't want to hear how many inside 50s we had last night.
Yeah. And I think, sorry, Damo, too, with Zach Williams and also Adam Sard coming, I think the hype was heightened. That they've added another couple of players. I think Zach Williams' skill level has got to get better if he's to be the midfielder, the money they're paying him. Sard's going okay, but I just want to discuss Patrick Cripps, Damo, because last night he had 27 disposals, 6 clearances. It looks good on paper, but still, yet again, missing goals. Look at the scoreboard. So you go a goal up with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. What is he trying to do here? Give it to the runners. Give it to the runners, but then is he trying to do too much, Kane?
You know what I'd do, Lordo? I'd go and get Trent Cotchin's number. There's a 50-metre penalty here that costs the goal as well off the ball. I'd get Trent Cotchin's number. I'd say, Trent, can I please have a coffee with you? I want to know how you changed your game from 2016 onwards, because right now, Cripps, I reckon he's trying to be the best player on the ground every week, and he's trying to win best and fairest and win Brownlow medals, as Trent Cotchin probably was. He changed his game. Right now, how are we going to remember Patrick Cripps? Well, we're going to remember him with not one finals appearance and a winning percentage of 27%. He's got to change his game and make his team better, not Patrick.
Have more faith in his teammates.
Have more faith in his team and play to your strengths. How many times have you seen Trent Cotchin lay an amazing smother? Like, he doesn't get a stat for that, but he lifts his team. Like, Trent's happy to have 14 disposals in a game as long as he gets the win.
One positive for Patrick Cripps is he wants to be the best player and he works his backside off.
Love the way he goes
there are
about
players out there who aren't working as hard as him. If he can hone that into what you're talking about, he can become a great player. Trent Cotchin did that exact thing, as you said. But look, there's a lot still to work with Paddy Cripps, I reckon.
Where is he with his contract, Damien?
Look, again, the club tells us it's in a good position, and even Kane Little, the CEO, said only 2 weeks ago that he expects pretty soon to announce something very positive from Carlton. But until they sign, Bill, they're not signed, and we know there's significant and massive interest from the two Perth teams. And until he's signed, he's obviously not signed.
All right, OK. Coach and captain have fared pretty well in that review.